Welcome back this May 15th, 5/15. Now listen guys, I haven't been in this business 1 decade. I haven't been in this business 2 decades. I've been in this business 3 decades. And as a student of history, what I know about prohibition was when booze was illegal countrywide. It wasn't like you could drive to California and have a drink, but you couldn't drive to Nevada and have a drink. So it always was perplexing as somebody that lives in Baltimore, Maryland, and was born and bred 5 minutes from a racetrack, the Pimlico, which is going to have the Preakness this Saturday, how I could go as a child, as a teenager, as a young man, and wager on horses with the pure blessing of the government. I could go to any 7-Eleven or any liquor store here, and once I was 21, and buy liquor plus buy a lottery ticket. But I was always told if I wanted to wager on sports legally, I had to then fly to Las Vegas, Nevada. And I've been doing that for literally 2 decades of the 3 decades that I've been in this business. If you guys watch me, you know I have a radio show in Las Vegas, Nevada. You know I fly back and forth. You know I deal with the largest betting groups in the world in Nevada. But why are they all there? They're all there because it's ground zero of legalized sports wagering. They don't have to look to get down. They don't have to look for an out. They don't have to worry about some local bookmaker not paying them. They don't have to worry about an offshore company sending them $2,000 a week when they win $100,000 for 50 weeks. The bottom line is, in Nevada, when you land, you're living in a different world where now you are not limited by these prohibitions. Hell, even in Nevada now, it's amazing because you can go to a liquor store, you can go to a dispensary and have recreational marijuana, and you can go to any casino and wager on any table games that you'd like or any sports wagers that you like. Here in Baltimore, you can go to a dispensary with a medical marijuana card, you can go to a liquor store, you can buy lottery tickets, and you can go to any casino within a 45-mile radius. The MGM Grand, you can go to the Horseshoe in Baltimore, you can go to Arundel Mills, and you can wager on any of the table games, but you still can't wager on sports. So there was no way, and I said this to a friend of mine who's an options trader. He made a 100% return on an option trade that he bought some calls last week on Penn and sold them for 100% gain this morning on the news. There was no way that I told him when he sent out his alert to his trade members, there was no way that he could lose that option trade, that it was 99.99% period that New Jersey was going to win. Should it surprise anybody when states have learned that if you're a border state with a state that has a casino, people want to wager? You know, there was an old joke. We didn't have casinos here in Maryland, and Pennsylvania had them first. And when you would go to the parking lot in West Virginia or in Pennsylvania, the only license plates you would see were Maryland license plates. Nobody is going to legislate morality. Nobody is going to legislate what somebody's going to do or not do, regardless of the laws. Laws only matter if they're enforced. And as we all know in the sports wagering world, they're not enforced and it never mattered. So here's what you have to understand. Today, May 15th, what I said to my friend who's an options trader, and I said he couldn't lose his option trade, was that bottom line was it was a lock. If anything was a lock, if you could make a wager, I'm a fool for not taking his option trade. If you could make a wager on profiting from the result of the election, which was by buying calls on Penn National Gaming, then you should have done that. So shame on me for not following his brilliant advice. But what I will say is this. Now you watching this video have to understand what I've been saying for the last 30 years, which is being a sports advisor is no different than being a stockbroker. Trading sports is no different than trading stocks, bonds, futures, cryptocurrencies. And it was all about perception. Perception is more powerful than reality. If somebody thinks something is shady, if somebody thinks something is underground, if somebody thinks something is subversive, then they're going to make decisions based upon their perception, not based upon reality. So now the perception is now changed. 32 states, majority of those states already have casinos in them where you can wager on blackjack, roulette, craps, and any other table games. are going to make sports wagering legal probably before the first snap of the NFL season. Is it going to help you? Yes, because when you infuse liquidity into the market, when you have all these people that otherwise, the people that are already wagering on sports, first of all, are the people that will continue to wager on sports. Nobody is going to, who's already a sports bettor, really care that this legal scenario has passed. But what it does is it brings new people into the fold that are puritanical in a sense, people that are law-abiding citizens and didn't want to break the law and would wager only when they were in the state of Nevada. And how do I know this? Because after 3 decades of being in this business, I have Nevada and Mexican-based bettors, meaning U.S. citizens that live on the border with Tijuana, that will go walk into Tijuana and make a wager at Caliente on Calle Revolucion. And then I have clients that live in California that only wager when they're in the state of Nevada or Lake Tahoe. When they cross over into the state of Nevada, they make their wagers and then they leave. So you have this influx of people from California either going south to Mexico to wager where wagering is legal, or you have them going to Nevada. And I have people that literally over decades and decades of being in this business will call me and say, I'm planning a trip with my wife to Nevada for the weekend. Or I'm flying in for a bachelor party. Or I'm going to be there for the CES convention. Or I'm going to be there for that convention and this convention. And they only wager when they're there because they're not comfortable sending their money to an offshore sports book. They don't have access to a local bookmaker. This is not the 1920s. This is the 2020s. So the bottom line is all those people that were what I call one-time-a-week wagers, now they're going to be bringing liquidity into the fold. Most of it's going to be square money. Most of it's going to be losing money. And they're going to need, help from people like me. And they're going to need to understand that all those investment houses that had a negative connotation, negative attitude towards sports wagering as gambling, while options trading, derivative trading, futures trading is not gambling, well, now they all are going to want a piece of this pie. They passed that law, my man over, I'm not going to name the name, a couple of these funds in Vegas that take wagers, they're probably going to get hit because you could now send money to Las Vegas to have your money wagered for you, but now it's not going to be as necessary. What's going to be more necessary is the advice, because you now will have control over opening up your own wagering account just like you would any type of financial trading account that allows you to trade the stock market. So it is a big day in this 3-decade industry that I've been in. Now, again, you will have control, just like you have control of your day trading in the financial markets to the day trading in the stock market. And you'll also know that the efficiency of getting the right line. Liquidity helps efficiency. Instead of a game just going to 7.5 in football when it opens at 6.5, it's going to be a lot harder, and the line makers are going to have to work a lot more aggressive because the liquidity that's going to come into these pools are going to be huge. So if you want to find out how you can treat your wagering as a business, pick up the phone, come in from the outside, come to the inside. Again, I know you guys that are already clients, you guys that are already flying to Las Vegas, Nevada, or going to Mexico, or already wagering. However you wager, it doesn't really affect you. But for the broad masses, if you stumble across this video and you're on YouTube and you're a stock trader, you're an options trader, you're a derivatives trader, you're a currency trader, now you very shortly will be able to open up a trading account in your state and take advantage of this billion-dollar sports trading industry. I don't like to use the word gambling because gambling is a connotation of no edge. And we only like to make trades when we have an edge. Yesterday, for an example, we hit 2 huge plays in the MLS. Now you're saying MLS, what does that mean? Major League Soccer. The World Cup is starting on June 14th. This Supreme Court ruling was supposed to be at the end of June. Maybe it coincides with wanting to give the states time to put in their sports books in their casinos before the first snap of football. But again, just because you'll have access, if you're a newbie watching this video, doesn't mean you'll have the edge. So again, pick up the phone, call the office, come in from the outside, come into the inside, 5:15. The Supreme Court strikes down that it's unconstitutional 7-2. They have now freed states to legalize gambling on individual sporting teams, not just like the parlays that you can do in certain states like in Oregon or in Delaware. Good day and good luck. Peace.